Yo, 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 yo. Good morning, guys. What's going on in Bolio? I wanted to do this quick video. I'm not trying to promote my YouTube channel. I'm just waiting for Bolio to give me a link here for Discord so I can start sharing my streams here. And I'm planning to do this a couple of times per month. I think that it's going to be beneficial for everybody in Bolio because that way you can see my screen, you can hear my thoughts and what's going on with with markets. And I think that it's going to help everybody in Evolia, and that way we can share more. I think it's more of like a direct line here with videos, and you can see what I'm looking at. Welcome to the bloody dump Mondays. And that's what we're looking at. I mean, if you go down the chart here, I mean, everything is bloody hell today, and you got to remember what just happened on Friday. You had a hacker steal over $1 billion, and what we're seeing is a lot of uncertainties. And you got to think of this. If you guys worried about your 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, can you imagine the big whales that have hundreds of millions of dollars in these exchanges? How can they sleep, knowing that that these exchanges don't have safety protocols that prevent hackers going in there and stealing $1 billion? I mean, it's crazy. And then on top of that, you have the rug pulls. Argentina. You had Trump. With several rug pulls as well with Melania and the Trump. And you got the tariffs. You got the threats that they want to take. The United States wants to take over Canada, now Gaza and Greenland and Panama. There's so much things that have just happened during the first, I would say like a couple of months or just in a month. So many negative catalysts have happened in the crypto environment. That's what we're seeing right now, right? And I think that the markets are going to continue to be this way. I think they're going to be bearish. But we're at a good point. So my long term is that I think that Bitcoin's going to do great, especially now, because I think that we're at that point right now that not only the United States but in a worldwide platform, all these political, the big guys, the political figures have realized that crypto's not going anywhere, and now it's being accepted, and you have companies now using it as their plans for growing, keeping their money and growing it instead of the traditional S&P 500s and RRAs. But now they're going to start using crypto as ways of funding and raising capital for their businesses and stuff like that. And that's a good thing. But what we're seeing is that you got crypto has a long way to go, and I might get some hate, but when you look at this is when you realize that you need regulation. You need some type of regulation, because can you imagine, an exchange allowing a hacker to go in there and steal $1 billion, and now put yourself in that position that you're a wealthy person, in the hundreds of millions of dollars. Would you trust any exchange? You wouldn't, right? The answer is absolutely not. So I think that crypto, there's a lot of things that need to be done. And then when you talk about even meme coins, you got groups of snipers that come together, and they have a combinedly they have over billions of dollars, and that's why we're seeing these meme coins. They get hacked, they get bought, they get taken over, and then they dump. It's just a mess, man. It's a circus. And but this is, and I don't want to be hated for it. I don't like big government. I like small government, but I still say that when it comes to financial assets and stuff like that, you need to feel safe, right? Because it's your hard-earned money. And that's just when you realize that. I don't know how they're going to incorporate it, if it's going to be a world thing, or if it's going to be like an association in a world manner that they say, that's the government body or the regulation body that's going to be regulating crypto. I mean, I don't know. But this is when you come to realization that you need some type of regulation, and you need to have some control over these exchanges, and looking at, and you got to hire professionals that do cybersecurities to make sure that you have a good system that won't allow hackers to go in there and steal. But crypto's here, and crypto's is here to stay more than ever, right? But there's a lot of things that need to be resolved, and there's a lot of uncertainties, and that's what you're seeing in the markets right now. And I think that for short term and midterm, things are going to continue to be this way. It's going to be choppy. You're going to have a couple of days that are going to be looking like we're back in a bullish cycle here, and then you're going to have other days that look like this, a pure fucking dump. But these uncertainties need to be resolved, and the uncertainties that I'm talking about are the tariffs, the situations with Canada and Mexico, um, And the other thing that we have to start looking at is these meme coins, and it's kind of like embarrassing, right? And I don't want to get hate. I try not to talk. I try really not to get into politics because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Um, but you have presidents now that are doing rug pulls. That's fucking insane, right? But it is what it is. I think those things need to be resolved as well. We got to look at the situation, with the fraud that just happened on Friday. That needs to be resolved, and I think that is the time that if they really want to accelerate the adoption of crypto, these exchanges need to step forward and give certainty that they're hiring the best, I don't know, cybersecurity professionals from you know banks, right? Like Bank of America and Citi and Chase. They got to hire guys that have experience. And if I was an owner of an exchange, I would be hiring these guys. I'd be recruiting them and bringing them on board and telling them, find these fucking holes in my system and let me know what we can do because I need to produce something. Because right now what we're seeing is so much fear in the market. And I don't blame these big whales, right? They got hundreds of millions of dollars. I wouldn't fucking trust an exchange. I wouldn't even put, $3 million or $4 million. I try to keep my money as safe as possible, and that's what we're seeing right now. And since Friday, I even took my money out, and it's not over $1 million. I took my money out, and I'm cash right now because I just I feel nervous, and it's my hard-earned money. So that's the position. That's why I haven't been trading too much because I'm not liking the securities that we're seeing right now in these markets. And and if I do, I'll start putting small amounts like I used to do when I was scalping. I would put small amounts, um, below 10,000, and I would play with my market that way, and then take my money out. I just don't trust these exchanges as I used to, and I think that you have a lot of these fucking guys that own these exchanges that they know like this has become a wild wild west, and I think that what they're doing is they're taking the opportunity to do these scams or whatnot because they know that crypto's here, and once these guys come in, and when I say these guys, these political guys come in, they're gonna go, yeah, but this system needs to change, and I think that they're taking advantage now before those tough regulations are going to happen, and I think that's why you're seeing such a spike in rug pulls, and you have now presidents doing it, and you have these big influential guys doing it because I think that they realize that, hey, listen, let's do our fucking scams before this major adoption and major regulation starts coming forward. Because once that happens, we won't be able to do it, and it's going to get a little worse before it gets better. But yeah, I think that everybody realizes that crypto's here. So long term, crypto's not going to go anywhere. But short and midterm, all these little things need to get fixed. The exchanges with the frauds, the meme coins, and then when you look at it from a political geopolitic stance, Trump needs to put a muscle on it, and he needs to address the situations with the tariffs and slow down his aggression, with Canada and Mexico, and try to stabilize the market so he can bring some stability into the markets. But other than that, and that's what we're looking at, and I think that's why and that's why I continue to tell people that if you want to trade in these markets, you got to keep it short. Don't keep all your money in one exchange. Try to move your money around, but don't. It's not the time to be holding trades anymore. This is trying to go in there and get what the market can give you, and that's it. Try to get whatever the market gives you. That's what you're going to get. Don't try to hold this, because if you hold it, this is what's going to happen. Anything negative comes out, you're going to see a big dump. There's a lot of fear and a lot of uncertainties. But yeah, if you're going to be looking at any moves for today, I would say look at after for the afternoon. We should start seeing some moves. I don't think it's going to be a full recovery, but we should start seeing some decent moves so we can scalp some decent 50% retracements or 382s or 786 retracements, and we can scalp some good money here. But other than that, this is what we're at, and this is what the markets are going to be for short term and middle term and midterm. So I think we just have to adapt to these new markets and try to do our best and see what happens. But yeah, that's my market update. If you guys remember, like 2 or 3 days ago, I said that Bitcoin. You see that green? See this green marker here? I said that the market needed to go back to 94,000, and that's where we're sitting at right now. And but yeah, I mean, we should. This is on the 1 hour. I think that on Bitcoin, we should start seeing some decent recovery, at least to this break of structure here. That should probably be coming in between this afternoon, or even before, like around 11:30 or 11. We should start seeing some moves here, at least to this break of structure. Um, if we look at Bitcoin dominance, let's go back up here real quick. It's pumping today, and now it's going to be falling down. It looks like it's falling here. It's losing its momentum because it spiked up here. But yeah, I mean, we have BNX. BNX looks like, yeah, there we go. BNX is coming back up a little bit here on the 10-minute chart here, and yeah, you can potentially scalp this back here. But these are the places that you have to worry about. Before, when markets were a little bit more stable, you could actually open up a trade here and and say I'm going to catch this move all the way up, back up here. But not anymore. As the markets continue to be the way that they are right now, you have to say, well, catch this move here to here and then to here, and it's taking at people ask me all the time, and it's just data time right now, and you gotta take a trade, not look for the big moves, but short moves, and see how that goes, and take it from there. But yeah, I mean, that's my market update. I'm waiting for Involio to give me like my channel, and I'm looking to do this a couple times per month, and I think that it's going to be beneficial for everybody to watch these videos so you can see my thinking over the markets and what I think, and yeah. So I hope you guys stay safe out there. Take it easy, and I'll catch you guys later.